Well, working on my save file, for some odd reason, I've been really inspired by like doll houses or like miniatures. And this house is inspired by one of those. So, yeah, most of these are just like either doll houses or just like miniature homes. And they just have fit like a style that I've been looking for. And this one is definitely a more interesting one. And this build definitely went a little off the rails. I feel like when I started this, I was like, this is going to be a really small house. It's going to be like a little cottage. Like, it's one girl lives here with her cat. I was like, this is going to be super tiny and super simple. And then it ended up being super expensive. Like, I even was going to try to, like, I wasn't trying to make a starter, but I was like, this is going to be a budget build. Was not a budget build. And honestly, like even with the size of the home, like I feel like it should be a 2 bedroom. It's fully a 1 bedroom. And honestly, what the girl does as a career like doesn't fit the vibe. But I think it's cool and I think it's a fun looking home. I may end up changing who lives there, but I think it's a pretty cool looking home. So if you guys are joining, I am working on a save file. It does have custom content. I will someday, I promise I will someday make a list of all the custom content I'm using. But this is a custom content save file, trying to add lore, not really working most of the time. There's not really a whole lot of lore, to be honest. Right now, we are working on Deja Roche and her dog, her cat Parsley, and they live in just like this cute little cottage. She works as a gardener, so it definitely is like a lot of plants. Definitely fits the vibe of what I usually go for. It is actually one of the first homes in this save file that I'm not basing off of like a Queen Anne or a Victorian. It's definitely leaning more towards cottage than like Victorian or shotgun or any of that style. But I think it still fits really well in the neighborhood. And I think it's a really, really weird shape. And I think that's kind of fun. But it did make working on this pretty difficult, I would say. And I also like when I use these miniatures or these like doll houses as like inspiration, a lot of times it is just like inspiration. Like obviously in The Sims, as we all know, you can't really base anything completely off of what it is. So it very much is heavily inspiration. Like there's a small like greenhouse in the back, does not exist in the doll house. And also it's only from one angle, so I can't even see the side. And just even like the top and like the roof line I end up changing a whole lot. I ended up not wanting like that side balcony to take up the whole side of the home, so I end up pushing like a wall out and then having like a patio, like a small patio in the front of the house. So and also I'm recording this video kind of late. It's Monday. These are usually the days I try to post the video, but this is definitely going up on a Tuesday, just because this weekend was busy and just did not have time to make videos. But now I'm like in this period where I'm like I need to like record a couple videos in a row and like prep to be able to like finish them at home or something, because I can't film these Sims videos at home just because I just like my pipeline, and that's so stupid, but like my pipeline doesn't work if I don't have my monitor. And I guess I do have a monitor back home, but I won't have like my microphone and all this other stuff. I may try to bring it and just like use it as a handheld, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. And I only really need to get like 3 or 4 videos done before I leave. I'm leaving on Wednesday, and this is coming out on a Tuesday, so I definitely am gonna try to like crank out some stuff for you guys to watch. So there's videos, because I'm trying not to miss weeks. If I miss a day and end up posting a different day, that's fine, but I'm not trying to miss like posting 2 videos a week. But we will see what ends up happening with that. I hope you guys have had a good last week. This last week was very busy for me. I talked about this in a older video like a bit ago, like a week ago, that it was my birthday week. I ended up going to see Romeo and Juliet on Broadway. My partner bought me tickets as a surprise. I like didn't find out till literally the day of my birthday, like the morning of. He like was like, "Oh, we're gonna go see this today," because I was off. I took off that day, and he took off that day. So we went to go see Romeo and Juliet with Rachel Zegler and Kit Connor. Rachel Zegler, she was in West Side Story, Steven Spielberg's, and then Kit Connor was in Heartstopper. Fantastic show. I was definitely very impressed. Not like super impressed, but I like went in with very low expectations. Just because I was like, I don't know, like I'm not a big Shakespeare fan. It seemed a little like too much catering towards Gen Z, and then it did do a little bit of that, but it definitely was a little better than I was expecting. I don't think there needed to be music in it. There was singing. There was like 2 songs, and it was just kind of like out of the blue, so it definitely didn't need that. But like I didn't hate it, and also like hearing Rachel Zegler sing live, like no one can complain about seeing that. And then that night, I went to my office holiday party, which was nice. I don't work there right now, but that was fun. And then the next day I did like a little bar thing with all my friends, and that was a really good time too. So yeah, that's basically been my week. Just a lot of celebrations, a lot of alcohol. Definitely gonna take a break in the new year from drinking, just because I'm over it right now. But yeah, as you guys can see right now, this house is very, yeah, like I said, I mean, it is a interesting shape. I did my like usual landscaping. I tried to do landscaping before I did the inside, but then ended up going back and forth anyway because I did really kind of have. I always say this, but I had trouble on the interior. I think I just kind of like was in a stump, and I think I should have taken more time to kind of like figure out who I wanted this character, this sim to be. Because honestly, I don't even have any lore on her right now. Like she just exists. I know she's a gardener, so there's a lot of plants. I have some plants in the back. She has a small little greenhouse, but I really did not explore any more than that, and I think I really should have, and it would have made maybe furnishing this place a little easier. I also think maybe it should have been a 2 bedroom instead of just a. It's like literally a 1 bed, 1 bath. There's a bedroom on the second floor and also a bathroom on the second floor. Usually I always try to do at least 2 baths if there's 2 floors because I try to have a bathroom on the main floor. But for some odd reason I just like did not add a bathroom on the first floor. And it may have been because like again, like this floor plan is weird. Like it is a weird shaped building, and I definitely could have like fit at least like a half bath in. But I think it works out. Like if you really think about it, like having a bathroom on the second floor is not the end of the world, especially if it's like not connected to the bedroom. Like you just go upstairs and go to the bathroom. If someone's like, where's the bathroom? You send them upstairs. I think it's kind of silly that she's the only one who lives here with it being a 1 bedroom as well. And also like it has a whole dining room, like a whole dining table. And I feel like if you lived alone, maybe you wouldn't have like as big as a dining table. Like it's a whole like 6-seater dining table, not just a 1-seater. So definitely not my favorite interior, but I do think the exterior is really fun, and I like the shape, and I'm proud of how that looks, even though it is, again, like I said, it is a little weird, but I think it looks nice. I would love to know how you guys are doing. What have you guys been up to? What have you been building in The Sims? What have you been doing in The Sims? I'm thinking of doing a little bit more of like those like kind of let's play or challenge videos. I did a little check-in with dine-in video that actually like ended up doing really well, which was I was not expecting. And so thank you to all the new subscribers. I think I gained probably the most I've probably gained since For Rent came out. So that was like, it was a nice reply to all the comments over the weekend. Everyone was just like so nice. It was definitely one of my more active videos. So I'm very happy to have you guys all here. Thank you for joining. I am now over 200 subscribers after being stuck at like 150 for like a month basically. I have surpassed 200. So thank you for all you new people. And thanks for all the comments. You guys seem so lovely, and I'm very excited to be making more videos for you. And now we're working on the bedroom. Again, I kind of tried leaning more towards like the cottage core. I did use like custom content per usual in this house, so I definitely think I did use a lot of like the core game largely throughout at least on the interior. I think again, just like I talk about this a lot on this channel, but I get like very overwhelmed sometimes when I'm building interiors, and just because, and I think maybe if I didn't use custom content, this wouldn't be as much of an issue, but I do get a little overwhelmed by the amount of options, so I definitely had a little bit of that. But I am also proud of not like completely committing just to like one style of furniture. Like a lot of times I'll choose just like one pack or one custom content pack and just kind of like stick with that throughout the entire home. Did not do that in this one for once, so I actually used kind of a good mix, and I'm hoping that will spread into my future builds. But back to like future videos, I definitely want to do a little bit more of like those kind of like exploring packs I haven't played with a little bit, or even just doing like mini challengers and mini like series of like opening up a bakery or doing like a store for something, just like those kind of like shorter videos that are like really fun to film and honestly pretty fun to edit too. Like I know I mentioned that I was like very surprised that the last video did well, but I'm also not surprised that it does better than a lot of my other videos, simply because I had a really fun time making it, and I had a good time editing it too, which is a hard thing to do when you're doing like 2 videos a week sometimes, that you do kind of fall into like this rut that like every video kind of feels the same, especially when you're doing building videos. But that video, like I had a really fun time making and editing it. And also like the way like it was, like I want to say I filmed for like an hour and a half, and I edited it down to like probably like I think it was like 15, maybe closer to 20 minutes, and I don't think I missed or cut out anything. Like I come from a like film degree background, and maybe that's why I feel like the way I do about it is because I like felt like I did like kind of cut it down to like the more interesting parts of it. And like, I don't know, I was just proud of that video. So I am happy that that was one of them that did a little bit better on this channel. And I'm excited to make more videos like that. But I'm not only going to make videos like that, I'm still going to continue to do my speed build videos. I will probably revisit that occult challenge. Not the occult challenge, the occult legacy at some point. Right now, just not feeling it. Maybe it's because we're like in the holidays and not near Halloween or like the supernatural stuff anymore. But I'll definitely come back to that at some point because I do have ideas for them. But right now I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm curious what you, I know like the holidays are a little bit away, but I'm curious like what you guys have as plans for your holidays. Like I mentioned, I'm going back to Michigan, which is where all my family is. So I'm very excited to go see them. I have not seen them in a hot minute. Like I want to say probably since the summer, like maybe even like August. No, probably earlier than that. I don't know, like probably before June. I definitely before June was when I saw them. So I'm definitely excited to see everyone again. I'm excited to see my sister. I have a twin sister, and I just haven't had a chance to talk to her that much. We're in different time zones now because she's in the UK for her master's degree. So I'm excited to see her and like catch up. I'm excited to get a lot more reading done. That's what I've been doing right now as I have been unemployed. I have not been making videos. I've been doing a lot of reading, which has been nice. I've been inspired to possibly start writing my own book. I'm putting that out in the world, but do not like hold me accountable for that. That may happen, it may not. I used to write a lot when I was younger, but just kind of like stopped when I hit high school and then like college, of course, even though I like did a creative degree, I was not looking to write. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to write a book, but I know that's a big feat and I have an idea, but I don't have it fully fleshed yet. But I definitely started exploring it, and maybe I will start that while I am home and away from New York and just kind of like stuck in a house surrounded by woods, surrounded by cornfields. Like definitely very different vibe to where I live now. I'm from like rural Michigan. So now we're working on the kitchen, which it's a sparse kitchen. I honestly kind of hate this kitchen, to be honest. Like it's definitely a kitchen that I'm not proud of at all. I think it's just too large. I think I sanctioned off like basically half of the home for a kitchen, and I should not have done that. And like I said, the dining room is also quite large. Like I definitely could have fit like a bathroom downstairs, or even like a second bedroom. Like I should have added 2 bedrooms upstairs and then a bathroom downstairs. And even if it was just her, like one of the bedrooms could have been like a study or something. But something that's kind of fun that I will be going to tomorrow night. I leave Wednesday night, but tomorrow night, or aka today night, because this is coming out on a Tuesday, I am going karaokeing. I'm going out to karaoke with some work friends for one of their birthdays. They invited me, so that was nice. I invited them to my birthday, which is I think why I got invited to their birthday. Just kidding. We're actually friends, also outside of work. But I'm gonna go do that. Have not done a karaoke session in a hot minute. I need to like come up with my songs before, because I always panic every time I go and end up like only singing one song. But I need to like look up some songs and ideas before I go to karaoke so I can be ready. And also like luckily it's a good amount of people who like no one's really going to take it too seriously. Like I feel like I in my brain take it too seriously, but then when I actually do it, like I'm like, Aidan, calm down, like you're fine. And I think I take it seriously because I'm like, oh, I have to like prove that I can like perform. And that's like not the vibe at all, and like no one wants to do a karaoke with that kind of person. So once I do it, I just like kind of make a fool of myself slightly on purpose, so then I don't hold myself to such high expectations, and I just have a good time. Also, a whole other thing that also happened last Tuesday was also one of my friend's birthdays. So many birthdays in December, including mine. But last Tuesday, my friend did one of those presentation parties, and there was only 6 of us. I didn't really like, I was familiar with her friends, but I didn't really know them. But also I didn't know who was going to be there, so I was kind of panicking over what my presentation was going to be. And honestly, it went so well. My presentation, I did a presentation on careers that shouldn't exist, but from someone with a BFA or like from someone with an art degree, just because I thought it'd be funny if I was like talk about like real careers and just kind of saying like why they shouldn't exist. And I made like jokes, like one of her friends is a lawyer, and I knew that, so I was like, oh, we don't need lawyers. Like 1, the law does not apply to me, and then 2, the other one was like, I think I said I think I said, oh yeah, like I'm good at arguing, so why would I need a lawyer? I can represent myself because that always goes super well. And then like my friend whose birthday was a copywriter, and I like made a joke that like we don't need copywriters because like we all learn how to write when we're like kids, and like I know how to copy and paste, blah blah blah. People were laughing throughout mine, so that definitely made me feel better because I was definitely very nervous. And then like it was also a good mix of presentations. Like some people did like cute stuff about like the birthday girl, like someone like talked about how they met and like how they became close friends. Someone did like a Jeopardy about her, like a presentation version of Jeopardy. So honestly, like it was a good mix of stuff. And I know I have not talked about this build at all. This has literally just been a podcast about my week. But I think that's just kind of what these speed videos end up being. But anyway, we're actually kind of getting near to the end of this video. So I think we're going to jump in first person and we will take a look around. All right, here we have Deja and her little cat Parsley just hanging out in front of the home. So she's a gardener, like I mentioned. And then here is our odd little cottage. And then entering inside, we immediately come into the living room. We have a couch and a TV. Heading over this way, we have a pretty large dining room. Then we have a little bed and a bowl for Parsley. And then going around this corner, we have the very large kitchen, lots of room for all the cooking. And then back at the front, if you go upstairs, you have this super, super tiny landing. Right here is the only bedroom in the primary bedroom. So it's a pretty large bedroom, lots of space. And we have a little desk over here. Then on this is the balcony that looks up the front. And then on the other side, we just have a pretty basic bathroom. We got a kitty litter, a whole bathtub. There's a separate tub from the shower, and then even a double sink. Then back downstairs, if you come out this way, we have some gardening outside. Then in here, we have some indoor gardening in this little sunroom with a flower arranging table. This was a pretty yappy episode, I would say, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.